Hey y'all, this is Miss Kagome, and I wanted to talk to you real quick about something that's got me kind of upset. I've been following this young woman's cancer story for a little while now, and she is basically living my biggest fear or my worst nightmare. When you first get cancer, they tell you that it can spread. And with breast cancer, they'll tell you that it can spread to your ovaries or your cervix or your brain. And my biggest fear was actually having brain cancer and having to have radiation and having to lay on the table with a mask on my face. Well, I was watching her video today, and the doctors basically told her that if she didn't have radiation, that she would die from 1 to 6 months. This young woman has a family. When I first started to follow her, I did it because I felt we had a common bond, because I had breast cancer at an early age and she developed it as well. And we had mastectomies. We both have children. I have a child, she has children. And when I watched that video and I saw her, and she was upset, but she was very brave and she was dealing with things so well. I know that it brought me back to when my father got sick at the beginning of the year, and they told us that he had 3 weeks to live. They told us that there was nothing they could do, and that his cancer was so bad that he would die. He might die before he even left the hospital, that he probably would have died at home if we hadn't taken him to the emergency room, because we didn't even know he had cancer. And then it took me back to when I was taking my uncle to the doctor because he had cancer. And I was taking him to some of his appointments, and after his appointments, he'd always want to go to this one place and get something to eat, and then all of a sudden I couldn't take him to the doctor anymore because I had cancer. And I remember him being in the hospital, and I visited him, and I thought he was going to be okay, because people, they have to go in the hospital sometimes when they get sick, and I thought he was okay. He was talking to me and everything, and then they let him go home. And I assumed he was doing better when they let him go home. They had told him he would die within that week, and nobody told me. I was at home laying in bed, and I saw my parents go by, and I heard people whispering, so I got up and I asked them what was going on, and then they said, well, we weren't going to bother you with this, but your uncle just died. They weren't even going to tell me when he got home that was it for him, that the doctors had given up on him. And the thing is, I've watched so many people leave this earth because of cancer, not just breast cancer like I had, colon cancer, cervical cancer, stomach cancer. My grandmother died of cancer. Both my grandfathers died of cancer. And I am sick of it. I don't understand. It's been around so long. All these different types of cancer have been around so long, but nobody can fix it. They just pump you full of chemotherapy and hope for the best. Zap you full of radiation and hope for the best. They can't ever guarantee you that it won't come back. You live every day as a survivor, wondering when you go to the doctor for blood work, is it going to show up again? You think about your family. I thought I don't even want to have any more kids because cancer is so deep in my family. What if my child gets it? I don't want my child to have cancer. And I have a son already, and I think about him all the time. I don't want him to suffer the way people have suffered. I don't want him to have chemotherapy and surgery after surgery after surgery. I don't want him to have to lay on a table and not be able to move while they zap him with radiation and needles and all that stuff. I don't understand. They say that everybody has a purpose on this earth, that they're put here for a reason. I don't understand why are some people just put here to suffer through until they die. They say that cancer can't steal your joy and it can't steal your family and it can't steal the ones you love, but it does. It tries very hard to take everything away from you. It tries to take your life. It takes you away from your family. You have to worry about who's going to take care of your kids if you're not around because of this. I know survivors. I don't know this girl personally, but I know survivors all the time, and when you see them, they're never upset. They are always smiling. They are always happy, but I can guarantee you not one person who has told that they have cancer has not spent a night crying. They don't cry in front of you. They don't get angry in front of you. They don't curse in front of you. They don't ask why in front of you. Because you always have to be strong all the time. But I know everybody has asked why. I'm not the only one. But I just don't understand that cancer has been around and around and around and around and around, but nobody can fix it. Nobody can fix it. They take your limbs. They take away parts of your body and then tell you still have cancer. Why are you taking away my body parts if you're not going to be able to get rid of my cancer? Why are you pumping me full of drugs if you can't get rid of my cancer? Why am I sick every day, throwing up, hot flashes, and all these things? My cancer is not going to be gone. I know. Yes, I don't have cancer anymore. Thank God I don't. There are so many people who do. And there are so many people like me that wonder if it's going to come back. I just want to say I'm just so sick of it. I'm sick of cancer. I'm sick of sickness. I'm sick of everything that it brings and everything that it takes away. You continue to support. You go to the walks, hold hands. You do everything you can. You eat healthy. But cancer does not care. It doesn't care. It doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care about your race. It doesn't care about your religion. It doesn't care about your size. It doesn't care what you eat. It doesn't care how old you are. When it comes, and it comes with a vengeance. I'm just sick of it. I pray somebody sometime, if there is something out there that is healing people of cancer, why aren't they giving it to us? Why aren't they healing people? Why are they still doing the same things, the same old things, over and over and over, killing you to make you better? But I just want to say that I pray for you. I believe her name is Coopdizzle. I don't even know if she wants me to say her name on here, but I pray for you because your story hurts me. It is very sad. And you are very beautiful and you are very strong. You are encouraging. You are an inspiration to a lot of people dealing with this same sickness and this disease is taking over. And I want you to know that even though I don't know you personally, I feel you. That's all.